Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, come on in.
Okay, thank you. We're here today to see this wonderful kitchen you designed and delivered to your clients. So I think it'd be wonderful if we did a walkthrough and you showed me all the little features and things you did.
Yeah,
for the customer.
absolutely. So for this homeowner, it is in a condo in North Vancouver, and this homeowner is extra special. She loves to entertain, and her style, when she came to me, she originally said, I want it to feel a little bit more masculine. I don't want your standard bright white condo kitchen. And she really wanted to play around with some textural elements and maybe even some hidden elements. So in this kitchen, when you walk through, some of the things that you're really gonna notice is hidden appliances. So here, for example, this is our integrated fridge and freezer, but it looks just like cabinetry. And the one detail that we do have as well, even when the fridge stops at a certain height, we maintain the doors at the same level as all the other cabinetry, just to make everything flow really well together versus having different elements at different heights.
No, that's great. And also, there's a little bit of extra space there.
Yeah, did you see
for
it?
Storage, which is like, it's great, right? Because you actually thought like, hey, there's extra space, let's use it.
Yeah,
right?
in a condo, every space is important.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a couple of the other things that we did is in this beautiful island, we really wanted to do a contrasting island. They already had this beautiful floor, and it's got elements of gray and warmth in it. So we really played with the tones from the floor to dictate kind of what our overall color palette is. And we're strategic with where we place different items. So she actually has a really great design style, and she knew what she needed in this kitchen. We wanted garbage storage, we wanted U-shaped around the sink here, utilizing every nook and cranny that we can.
Yeah, and then for here too, like the design feature with this is that we did the cutout for the sink, right? So U-shaped, so we don't cut out the sink prior, the drawer. So we provide the kit for it that fits around the plumbing, right? So the end customer gets the most utilization from the drawer.
Yeah, and you guys did a really great job positioning it so that it perfectly rolls out and executed beautifully. The other thing that we have here is an integrated dishwasher, and the one thing that she did just mention to me is that this dishwasher has changed her life. And then continuing on this island, I'll kind of start with this side here. This was actually the homeowner's idea, and I got to give her all the credit because it turned out fabulously, and Revel Built, and you guys executed this flawlessly. This is actually a custom bench seat that is at the exact height that we need for countertop height entertainment, and it is beautifully blending in with the island, but it also tucks away really nicely because on this side, this is where she's entertaining her guests, so she wants to be able to tuck that in when she's entertaining, but pull it out for extra seating when she's using the space. Yeah, so then over here, a couple little elements that we had to play around with in the design phase was we wanted to incorporate a lot more storage. So these are really beautiful full height built-ins, but we did work around existing floor vents and everything. Then we've got full height storage in here with multiple rollouts. You probably can't see it, but strategically positioned based on what types of items she thought she was gonna have in the space. And then we walk through here. This is another element that she really loves. These blocky outlets here are a beautiful design element. They are a little bit more expensive and a little bit more strategic when you're doing the install, but they are so worth it. It is a beautiful design detail. You guys also executed these LED strip lighting under these floating shelves really beautifully. That is another detail that I really love in this kitchen. And then pulling you back to the other side, the one thing that I really want to point out that I absolutely love, and Revel worked really hard on making this detail come to life. We knew we wanted these beautiful like reeded doors across here, and there is extra storage behind each of these doors. And this is a removable panel so that you can access your hood fan in a later date. But because it's got all this beautiful texture, we didn't just want the light to be highlighted in certain places. We wanted that recessed LED strip light so that it gives a beautiful glow in this kitchen. And the layers of lighting really allowed it to, if it's in the middle of the night, you can have low dim lighting. If you're entertaining, we can put it all on. It's really built for this homeowner in particular, and we couldn't be more thrilled with how it turned out.
And one of the challenges when you're doing a reeded door like this as well is that you notice that there's no cut,
Yes.
right? So everything is perfectly spaced along. So that took a lot of coordination with Revel Built and us to get that perfect. But the end result is really nice. That looks great. So when you mentioned your homeowner wanted more masculine look,
Yes.
so what does that mean?
That's a great question.
How's that get achieved, right? Because like for someone like me, like I know certain colors and things I like, but what does that mean to be on the more masculine side?
Oh, such a great question. So we played around with a couple different color palettes and then inspiration images, but almost every kitchen that felt a little bit more warm, a little bit less bright, light, and airy was when we incorporated textural walnut elements. So in our situation, I would say that this detail here, along with the reeded detailing that's going on the back of the island, is really what ended up pulling some masculine elements, but still making this feel like a really timeless space that isn't going to outdate.
Yeah.
I think it's just the choices of the materials, because there are elements that are a little bit more feminine, like our gold poles and certain things that she just really personally loved and blended really well. But from a masculine perspective, I would say black appliances, walnut texture, those kinds of details is really what brought it.
So kitchen view feel comfortable having a bourbon in.
Exactly, exactly,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
We can have a bourbon in this kitchen for sure.
Well, it's great. Well, thank you very much. It's a wonderful kitchen.
Yeah, thank you for you guys doing such an excellent job.
It's always nice for us at D3 to come into the space and see the realization of the customer's vision, designer fulfilling that vision, the contractor Revel Built fulfilling that, and then like us being able to see what we produce and do at the end of the day is wonderful. And this is truly a remarkable kitchen. Love the space, love the feel, love the textures. This is definitely an A+ kitchen, so it's nice to be able to feature this and show what we can do and our capabilities.